Tonight on Connecticut's news station, bank industry concerns.
There has to be accountability for the mismanagement.
We'll look at what the collapse of two banks means for your money.
Congratulations, you made it through another winter. Spring is officially here, but will the weather agree with the new season? We'll explain coming up.
Plus, time to dance.
Hope I slept inside, so hopefully I'll be there supporting the Huskies.
The Yukon women host a former national champion tonight with a trip to the Sweet 16 on the line.
Also, the superintendent search. One Connecticut city narrows down its list as community leaders worry about what they call an education crisis.
And crypto scam alert. Find out what police in one town in our state are warning you about tonight.
Breaking news now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Breaking tonight in Meriden. One person is dead, another is injured following a shooting. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. This shooting happened along West Main Street. Police say a man and a woman were found inside of a vehicle along that road. Both had been shot. The man was pronounced dead at the hospital. The woman, we're told, has non-life-threatening injuries. That's according to police. We do have a Fox 61 crew who's headed to Meriden right now, and we will bring you a live report as soon as they arrive on the scene. Well, new at 10 in Money Matters, two bank failures across the nation have a lot of people concerned about their own money.
Yeah, Silicon Valley and Signature banks collapsed earlier this month, and that's fueling fears about whether money is safe in banks here.
Fox 61's DeAndrea Turner joins us in studio to explain what these banking concerns mean to you. DeAndrea.
Well, Ben and Jen, I spoke with two experts today about this, with the Silicon Valley Bank all the way across the country, and even with a single location of Signature Bank located right here in our region. Those experts tell me that people in Connecticut, they don't have to worry too much.
The failures of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank are the largest American bank failures since the 2008 financial crisis. President and CEO of the Credit Union League of Connecticut, Bruce Adams, says that this naturally raises questions about the impact here at home.
Anytime there's a blip or a road bump or something in the financial services sector, people naturally start thinking about their money.
But he says people in Connecticut shouldn't panic.
Connecticut consumers, whether they're at a credit union or a bank, can rest assured that those institutions are run safely and the money is still there.
He says this is because most banks are insured by the FDIC, the Federal Deposit of Insurance Corporation, which means your money is protected up to $250,000. Now, Connecticut has seen a handful of its own bank collapse throughout the years, 43 to be exact since 1989. But a University of New Haven senior lecturer Brian A. Marks says that these are different times now with the FDIC protection.
The bank failures in the past in Connecticut, there's a different history. There's a different context.
They both say the collapse in these two banks have people talking about other major challenges facing the U.S. economy, like the Federal Reserve meeting to announce what they will be doing this week with interest rates. Now, Fed officials will have to make their next move against a backdrop of a banking system instability.
The thing to watch is what is the comments from the chairman, Jay Powell. That will give us a better indicator of what they think is going to happen in the future.
There's a lot of dynamics going on here in this economy at this present moment. So Wednesday will be an exciting day.
Now, Adam also tells me that this is a good time to sit down with your bank or credit union and talk to them if your finances are a concern of yours or about anything, just to get a good understanding of your finances. In the studio, DeAndrea Turner, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, DeAndrea, thank you. Turning to the weather now, it's been spring for about 5 hours.
Yeah.
That was a pretty spring-like evening out there.
It was warmer out there. This morning it was really chilly, so it definitely warmed up throughout the day. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us right now.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to think spring the next couple of days. We're talking about temperatures in the 50s to near 60 degrees, so even warmer than it was today for the next couple. So happy spring. You made it. Pat yourself on the back. We made it through another winter. Today's high temperature 54 degrees. The average high for this time of year is right around the 50-degree mark. We're in the mid-30s in Meriden, right around the 40-degree mark for the New Haven area, and upper 30s in Windham. Things are quiet out there tonight. We'll see clear skies, as we have seen pretty much all day. Overnight lows in the upper 20s to right around 30 degrees as we head towards daybreak. And tomorrow, the first full day of spring, and looking lovely. By lunchtime, temperatures are in the low 50s. We'll see highs up around 60, warm sunshine, a little bit of a breeze, but overall it is a big winter. We'll see another day just like this on Wednesday, except we'll add more clouds into the mix, and then we'll have a rising chance for seeing some rain to finish off the work week. We'll talk about it, your full forecast coming up in just a bit.
Okay, Rachel, thank you very much. Well, right now, the UConn women's basketball team is trying to earn their 29th straight trip to the Sweet 16.
Which is kind of an amazing thing if you think about it. But tonight, they're hosting the Baylor Bears in stores in the second round of the NCAA tournament. And here's a look at the score right now. The Huskies lead Baylor by 5 at the half. The Bears came out hot and led 24-16 after one quarter. UConn has come back to retake the lead thanks to 12 points, I should say, by junior forward Aaliyah Edwards. However, Edwards picked up her third foul just before the break. Nika Mule also hit a three-pointer right at the buzzer to end the first half.
Definitely interesting out there. Fox 61 sports director Jonah Karp joins us live outside of the sold-out Gamble Pavilion. So, Jonah, how is Husky Nation feeling right now? I'm sure the inside must be electric.
Husky Nation is riled up, Jen, especially after that half-court heave at the buzzer by Nika Mule. Boy, the crowd erupted. But Brent, you said it. I mean, the Bears came out hot. They hit 6 3-pointers in the first quarter alone. We knew this was going to be something that UConn had to focus on. Baylor coming off a performance against Alabama where the Bears hit 14 triples, and UConn in their game against Vermont gave up 11 triples. So this was something that the Huskies needed to hone in on. Bears came out hot. The Huskies had the last laugh at halftime, and they're up by 5. The Gamble crowd is electric right now. They were electric coming into this game, and we caught up with some fans entering Gamble. How excited are you guys for tonight's game?
Very excited. Very excited. So excited.
Psyched. Hoping they're going to go all the way.
So is he. Jonathan's the most excited.
On the scale of 1 to 10?
12. 12. Probably 100. Sure. Yes.
That's well above 10.
Well above 10, yeah.
Will Jonathan be going to Seattle if UConn wins tonight?
There's a chance.
Will you guys go to Seattle if they win tonight?
Not this year, but we've been to past and we're talking about going next year too.
Jonathan, you ready for tonight's game?
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, you are.
Can I get a go Huskies?
Go Huskies!
Go Huskies!
Go Huskies! Woo!
Well, fans into the game right now. They were into it all game, and perhaps that Nika Mule bucket entering the locker room at halftime is going to give UConn some momentum going into the third quarter. We shall see. We'll have more coverage coming up later tonight and tomorrow morning, so be sure to stick around. We're live from Gamble Pavilion. Jonah Karp, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Jonah, thank you. It would be nice to see both the men and the women in the Sweet 16 this year. All right, new at 10 tonight, concerns at a high school in Meriden after a big fight during classes today. The principal of Maloney High School saying several students were involved in that fight. No weapons were used and no one was injured. We're told Meriden police and faculty members quickly stepped in to break up the fight. And new at 10, parents in New Haven say they're concerned about public schools in the Elm City.
Yeah, one group is saying that New Haven is facing an educational crisis. A forum was held this evening to talk about some potential solutions. Fox 61's Gabby Molina was there earlier this evening and tells us what those parents had to say.
Important conversations surrounding education and the students who are struggling.
84% of third graders cannot read, and 84% can not do math. And nobody has explained to us what is the solution.
Educators sitting on a panel at First Calvary Baptist Church in New Haven, talking to parents and community members Monday evening about how they can get involved in being a part of the solution by working together.
We are supposed to be a team. Parents, students, and the teachers.
I know you're a parent and you know what's best for your child at home, but his strengths and weaknesses in school may be different.
Low test scores, low attendance, and low staffing levels among some of the biggest concerns.
When I see statistics that show that 60% of our schools, our children are chronically absent, how do we educate those kids if they're not sitting in a classroom? We have over 100 teacher vacancies. How can we educate our kids if we don't have teachers?
This comes as the school district continues its search for the next superintendent of schools. 3 finalists who will interview for the position were announced Monday, and parents, teachers, administrators, and more will also be a part of that decision. Parents and guardians sharing that it's important to them because education is a top priority. We're worried because we're looking towards our children's future, and it's important that what our children learn today can serve them tomorrow. Reporting in New Haven, Gabby Molina, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, we continue to follow breaking news in Meriden tonight. One person is dead, another is injured after a shooting.
Yeah, we're told that this happened at 6 o'clock this evening in the area of West Main Street at Lewis Avenue. The 2 victims were found in a parked car.
Now, Fox 61's Gabby Molina just arrived on the scene and is gathering information. So, Gabby, what are you seeing and what have police said about this so far?
Well, Brent and Jen, it is still a very active scene out here. I'll step out of the way so you can take a look at what's going on here. Part of this road has been reopened. Part of it is still blocked off at this point. You can see that Meriden police is still on the scene. They've been out here for several hours at this point. Officers first being called to West Main Street and Lewis Avenue for a report of shots fired around 6 o'clock tonight. When officers got here, they found a car with a man and a woman inside. Both had been shot. The man, who police say is in his 30s, he died at the hospital. The woman was also taken to the hospital. She has non-life-threatening injuries, and police did say that they did find a gun in the car as well. They say at this point they believe that everyone involved has been located, that they knew each other, but police have not provided details on who is responsible for the shooting or exactly what happened. Police said that the investigation is still ongoing, and again, you can see here that it is still very active on West Main Street in Meriden. So we're going to continue to follow this. Meriden police is asking anyone that might have information about this shooting to give them a call. Live in Meriden, Gabby Molina, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.